It is very regrettable that the NDC, after winning power, will resort to create an atmosphere of lawlessness, threaten parliamentary candidates, threaten party officials, and threaten anybody they see as a threat, so-called. In Ablekumanor, for instance, the parliamentary candidate there is under siege. Yesterday, she had a sleepless night. All manner of persons were at her residence in search of pink sheets. The question is, why is the NDC so interested in destroying evidence? Why are they interested in capturing pink sheets to destroy them and set them ablaze? This woman, Madam Afenyo, had to run for her life. It took the timely intervention of the police to protect her and to drive these NDC hooligans away. Okangwe Central, my respected colleague, Honorable Patrick Buama, is unable to sleep in his house because they are threatening him, thinking that he has a pink sheet at his residence. His constituency chairman is being looked for. His constituency secretary cannot sleep at home. All because they believe that these individuals have pink sheets. Why should a member of parliament fear for his life? All because he's participating in democracy. I would want to call on His Excellency John Dramani Mahama to stop his people, to speak to his party people. This is not democracy. This is not the democracy we've all worked hard for. The hypocrisy is becoming too clear day in, day out. All of us are being threatened. In my own constituency, for instance, they have now come out with a lie, and unfortunately some media personnel are following such lie to the extent that, to the effect that a certain NDC constituency vice chairman cannot be found. It's a lie. They are using that to incite their party foot soldiers to attack MPP members, including my very self. When NDC was in opposition, of course, before the election, they were the ones who were all over fighting for the right of Ghanaians. Even when a due process in court was being served on them, they cried foul. Today, the NDC leadership pretends that what their party foot soldiers are doing are being done on their blind side. But they are indeed encouraging it. We are calling on civil society to call on the NDC leadership, especially His Excellency President-elect John Dramani Mahama, to demonstrate his love for this country by stopping this action immediately. These individuals are moved in groups. Such attacks are planned and led by some MPs who have been promised juicy positions in government. And they are all over attacking parliamentary candidates. They are looking for pink sheets because they know that that is the evidence that we will use against them. If you go to Sema Central, for instance, the person who purportedly declared the Sema Central seat for the NDC candidate is not the returning officer for Sema Central. They called somebody to declare the result. When the rightful person who has taken an oath, who has deposed to an oath, sworn an oath to be the returning officer for the election, was not the one. If you consider this action in the light of all that is happening, one is compelled to ask that if NDC had lost the elections, what would happen? Is it the case that the leadership of the party had prepared, rehearsed, and plotted this, that in the event that they lose, this country should be made lawless. And because of that, even in spite of them winning, they are still proceeding to do this. At Obuasi East, our candidate was asked to choose between his seat and his life. He was locked up in his room at gunpoint and was forced to sign the final declaration, so-called declaration 4. Why should such a thing happen? Is His Excellency John Dramani Mahama pretending not to be aware of all of these? All these things are happening before the media. The cameras are capturing all of these. And is this a country he wants to rule from 2025 to 2028? It is important that they don't just issue statements, but they demonstrate that they do not indeed support this action by stopping their voice. They buy them fuel, they give them pickups, and they move them to locations. We are aware. They cannot pretend that they don't know about this. Akwetia is a similar spot where they know they've lost, they scatter the place, and that is what they've done. My colleague, the majority chief whip, Honorable Ano Dompre, is also under siege, where they know they have lost but prevented the collision from happening. Why should it be?